Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be playing the 1-2-1. Actually, we're not going to be playing the WZ121. We're going to be talking about the 1-2-1 and seeing a replay. Now, I do have to just say to you guys, I do apologise. Over the next few days, at least, I'm still going to be doing a few videos. Not every day I'm going to be doing a video, but I'm going to be talking about certain tanks, but I'm going to use replays to talk about them because obviously it's Christmas. I've been busy at work. I'm then off work all week, so I'm going to be spending a lot of time with my family, and I'm not going to really be playing the game. So I've managed to get a few replays that are very, very good, and it's ideal replays to use to talk about the tank. So, you know, I do apologise. It's not going to be me driving it, but at least it's not going to just be a replay chucked on the channel with no commentary. It is actually still going to be me reviewing the tank, but just not using my own replay. So, so the WZ121. Now, when this tank was first introduced into the game, it wasn't great. It was not great at all. In fact, it was one of the worst tier 10 tanks in the game. But over the years, Wargaming have actually gave this tank a little bit of love, and they've made it a very, very good tank. There's certain things about the tank that is fantastic, which we are going to talk about. So first things first, let's look at the stats. So you've got 1800 hit points. Your turret is 235 millimeters, which is actually very, very strong. There's not that many weak points on that turret. So if you can get on a ridge, yes, we're going to talk about the gun depression you don't really have, but if you can get yourself on a little ridge that only shows your turret, you will get some bounces in this tank. Now, your front plate, your upper plate is strong, but you can't really rely on the armor. You can make it troll by sort of wiggling backwards and forward. You can make it troll, but really your lower plate is quite weak, and people will be able to penetrate you quite easily. So yeah, armor profile wise, it isn't the greatest, but turret is very, very strong. Your DPM 3059, which I think is acceptable for what it is. It's basically a heavy, well, a medium with a heavy gun. So you've got ammo. You've got armor of sort of a medium, but you've got a gun of a heavy tank, and of course the alpha. So 3000 DPM, and that is with me running calibrated shells as well. So your reload is 8.24, which is actually not too bad, because again, you've got to consider this as a heavy. So it's got a heavy gun with an 8.24 second reload, so pretty decent for that. Your penetration is 265 on your AP, with 328 on your heat and 73 on your HE. You've got a 420 alpha gun, so yes, you've even got more alpha than some heavies out there. So that is like the biggest thing about this tank, of course, is that alpha. 370 on your heat and 500 on your HE. The aim time, it is a Chinese medium tank, and a lot of Chinese tanks have very good aim time, and this is the exact same, 2.3 on your aim time. But not just that, the dispersion also is very, very good at 0.285. Now, you do only have 6 degrees of gun depression, which is still better than it used to be. I think this tank once had like 3 degrees or something like that. Very, very poor. But Wargaming have gave it a little bit of love. Over the years, they gave it more armor, they gave it more gun depression, they gave it more alpha. So yeah, they have actually gave this tank some love over the years. You've got a top speed of 56 kilometers per hour as well. So let's get straight into the game, because the game we're going to watch, let's just quickly look as well, because it has a couple of camouflages. Now, this one here, the Neon Wild, yeah, that is a little bit wild for me. Neon, it looks a bit crazy, but personally, I just like the Typhoon camouflage. I think this camouflage looks very, very good. So I do run it with that. And let's not forget as well, it does have the tungsten shell consumable, which is very good. Considering you've already got a 420 alpha gun, you can even increase that by a bit more when you run the tungsten shell. So very, very good having that tungsten shell. So as I've said, let's just get into a game, because the game we are about to watch is absolutely fantastic. So we are watching Minster 2000, and again, I do like using people's replays. Like I said at the start, like I do try as much as I can to use my own replays, but because I don't play the game as much as I'd like to, because I'm just so flat out at work now, I've changed my hours, I really don't have much time to play the game at all. I try my best to get the videos out, but you know, sometimes it is better for me to review a tank when using someone else's replays, because it shows how to get the best out of these tanks. Because when I show you my replay, it shows you from a sort of an average player kind of view, which is still good, because, you know, I'm not making videos on just about OP players. I'm trying to make videos and talk about the tank from an average player kind of view. So, but on the other hand, it is still good using these mega damage replays, because it will still teach you how to play. When someone does over 8,000, sometimes even 9,000 damage, obviously they are doing something right, and at least then you guys get to sort of try and do what they're doing, you know, copy them a little bit in certain positions. Like this tank right here hasn't got the best of gun depressions, but he's making the most out of what he's got by going up a hill at an angle. And things like that, things like this can teach people, because they'll be like, you know what, I didn't know you can get your gun depression like that if you just go at an angle and face sideways. And yeah, you can do it. And as you can see here, if he was facing forward, he would never be able to get these shots off. So, you know, just a little tip there for some people that didn't really know how to do that. So far 1800 damage done. They are 2 tanks down a piece. Now he has to now look around the map, and you can see what he's doing. He's looking around, looking right, looking left. Where is the best place for me to go so I can actually be of some use? Do I go left or do I go right? Now if I go right, I'm helping the team, yes, but that means I'm leaving this E100 all by himself, and he's just going to get ripped apart. Now I love the fact that he's decided to go to help the E100, and I don't think he's doing it to help the E100. He's doing it because he's going to maximize his efficiency as such, because them 3 tanks were all focusing on the E100 and not him. And as soon as the E100 dies, he's just like, you know what, I'm out of it. I'm out of here, I'm going with the team, and at least then if they do start to push, I do have my team for a little bit of cover. So I think that was absolutely fantastic play what he done there. He knew exactly what he was doing in going for the same tanks that the E100 was going for, not just to help the E100. Like I said, he didn't do it to try and keep his E100 alive. He done it because at the end of the day, it was free damage, because there was 3 tanks all around there and none of them were looking at him. So he can get as much damage as he possibly can, and then again later on, like that guy there, they haven't got the hit points to deal with him. And the same here goes for the 121B. So very good play there, very good play. So he's still on 1500 damage, hit points, sorry, and now unfortunately his team haven't managed to survive. He is all on his own against 3 tanks. Now the Type 71's coming. A lot of people now would just either give up or they would like run away, but he decides not to do that. He decides to ignore the Type 71 to clear the 121B, which again, he's getting rid of the speed, he's getting rid of the DPM, which again was amazing play. And now, like, even though there is another tank, you've got the Jaegeru that has mega alpha. He's not even caring. He doesn't care about the Jaegeru right now. He knows he can deal with this Type 71. And again, a lot of players would run away, but he's sitting here thinking, I can take this guy. I can really take him, because no idea what this Type 71 is actually doing. Like, he's just turning, like, at least go back so we can't go behind you. But I don't think this Type 71 actually has a clue, I'm not gonna lie. So he's now managed to get rid of him, 7,100 damage, and of course as soon as he gets rid of him, it is now a 1 versus 1. He can take a shot, he just needs to catch this Jaegeru off guard. And of course it always happens, as soon as you kill him, the other tank, it's like they all come one by one. It's like, okay, you're dead, my turn. Like, go together, but no idea what that Type 71 was actually doing. And it could have cost him the game. All he had to do, really, was back up against the hill. That's all he had to do, because then my guy in the 1-2-1 can't really do anything. So I love the fact that he's not, even at this point, he does have the hit points, you know, he can take a shot. The Jaegeru is kind of in the middle of the map kind of thing, so it's going to be quite easy to be able to circle him. It's going to be easy to get around him, and as you can see, yeah, right to the side, gets the shot, but then the shot goes like massively out. So now he just has to wait for his chance. He has to wait for his chance, try to bring him down, and as soon as he does get shot, he's like, right, that is my chance. I baited him, he shot me, which now gives me that time to get around him. He is not in a great position, and as soon as a tank like the 1-2-1 gets behind, at this point there is absolutely nothing this Jaegeru can do, like absolutely nothing. So he gets the shot, brings him now down to a 1 shot, and again it's, you know, it's easy from here. So he does get the shot. Is he going to kill him? Of course he is. So 8,700 damage, and I wanted to show that replay because again it's a classic example just of how to get the most out of the 1-2-1. So it's a fantastic tank, a tank that used to actually be shit, but Wargaming have gave it the love over the years and have actually turned it into a very, very good tank. So let me know what you think of the WZ 1-2-1 in the comments below. But for now, hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye.